Good day, Riverside voters. City of Riverside, we're doing our videos, the Mission Grove Neighborhood Alliance, videos with our candidates for City Council. Today we have Jessica Qattawi from running for Ward 4. Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
And we've got two questions that they've been given prior to, and then one surprise question at the end, which won't really be a big surprise because it's a major issue in the city. But we'll start off with the questions. Give an example where you realized your initial position on an issue was wrong. How did you recognize that, and how did you correct course with stakeholders?
There is not a specific moment that I can remember where I sided on something and it was wrong. However, I do not have a big ego. When it comes to the truth and what's right, I'm always going to be ready to adjust, and I will admit if I'm wrong. So if there is ever an instance, I will say I'm wrong, and let's move forward from there. But with me, you're always going to get 100% transparency. I'm always going to be 100% real with the community and the constituents.
Great, thank you. Okay, number two. Tell us about a time you had to negotiate an agreement among groups that strongly disagreed, neighborhoods, union, business, agencies. What was at stake? How did you structure the negotiation, and what was the final outcome?
Well, for the past 10 years, I have ran my own advertising agency, which I started from the ground up. And so I negotiate contracts practically every other day for local businesses, government agencies, and many times we are working with budgets that may not necessarily work for the companies that we're trying to book with, but I always find a way to work with those companies to ensure that my clients, for example, like a county or city, needs to book some marketing on radio or television, and they have a certain budget, but they need to make sure they reach so many people with so many impressions. I will ensure that I work with the marketing company to achieve their goals, stay within their budget, and make sure it's a win-win for everyone.
Okay, here's our additional question. Measure Z is coming up on the ballot in June. It's become a controversial item, raising the sales tax by 0.25%. And so what's your general opinion of that, number one, and then I have a follow-up.
Thank you. Great question. Well, I personally met with the city manager regarding Measure Z because it is a huge issue when the city's presenting it to the community and the residents as a tax that is going to go towards safety, public safety. But from the past 10 years, that's not what we've seen happen with the money. I requested documents to show where the money went. I'm still waiting on that, and that meeting happened a month ago. And I do respect our mayor, our city manager, but at the end of the day, it's residents first, and we want to be safe. But if we are going to be taxed and we vote on this, we want to make sure that the money is going towards what we are told that it's going to go towards. So if it's supposed to go towards the master plan that was established with the fire department, as well as an outside company came in to put together this master plan and tell us what we're lacking, where we're lacking in the fire safety for our city. We need to make sure that we stick to that plan if we do vote for Measure Z, if we all decide to do that.
So a follow-up to that is what's unprecedented is the city council voted to spend $195,000 to get an informational message out on Measure Z, which includes 4 public meetings that they've recently announced and mailings, I assume, and other things.
First, you know that I own an advertising agency, and $195,000 towards advertising for a city is insane. I just want to state that. Just from that perspective, it's a lot of money. I'm personally working on a very small budget for my campaign because I'm not accepting money from corporations or unions or PACs. But to me, that is a ridiculous amount of our tax dollars going towards something that they're not even, explaining to us the proper way on the ballot, but I personally signed the document to make sure that that is changed when it goes out to the residents in the community. But no, $195,000 is such a waste. We need to stop the waste. We need to stop utilizing the money for things that don't make sense, that don't benefit the community. We need to do what is going to better the quality of life, not just advertise and market to people so the city can get what they want.
Great. We're going to give you a couple minutes now to say whatever you like. Introduce yourself. There might be people that haven't heard of you.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people that don't even know what Ward 4 is.
So Ward 4 is Mission Grove, Orange Crest, Alessandro Heights, a little bit of Canyon Crest, and a little bit of Woodcrest. I say it is the most beautiful part of Riverside. It is the best area. I love that area. I've lived in that area for 18 years. I've been a resident of Riverside for 39 years, since I was 4 years old. I truly love Riverside. I care about my community, and I want to ensure that we are protected and that we're safe, and that the city is running for us, not us running for the city. And currently it feels like our city council people are making decisions that are going to hurt us in the long run. We've got RTRP, a plan that was established with Southern California Edison over 18 years ago. The same plan that they want to build power lines overhead, and we just saw what happened in Altadena and Pacific Palisades. They had fires, and we don't want that here. We should look into underground power lines. It's going to be safer for us, so we don't have to endure any pain and suffering and extra cost in the future when the winds hit, right? With RTRP, if the winds hit, what happens? They're going to turn off our power. What about all the local businesses? What about our seniors that are living off of oxygen? It's going to affect a lot of people, so we need to really reconsider this. If it's going to cost a little bit more money, why don't we use Measure Z money? Just saying. But we also have issues like in Ward 4, we have the warehouses. They want to build warehouses right in the middle of homes, a church, schools. This is not safe. This could possibly cause an extra 500 trucks to be driving through, 18-wheelers driving through our community. The traffic's already bad. We need to find solutions for that. I personally have been working on some ideas. I have lots of ideas. And with the support of the mayor and my future colleagues, the city council, we can definitely better Ward 4. I am a local business owner. I am a local resident. I love Riverside, and I'm here to be the voice for those that don't have a voice in Riverside. And I'm ready to be the city council person. I did run for mayor in 2024. It was a lot of new experiences, but I think that I've evolved over the past 2 years, and I'm a part of the Riverside Neighborhood Partnership. I'm the president. I'm part of the Mission Grove Neighborhood Alliance Group, and I'm on the board of the Neighbors Better Together. And I am ready to stand up for my community and be the voice that we have been longing for.
Great. Thank you, Jessica. So, folks, the big thing here is you've got to get out and vote. Our voter turnout is very low typically. Vote in June by mail or in person, but please make sure that you vote. Thank you very much, Jessica, for coming.
Thank you so much, Lois. Thank you for having me.